Hi guys and welcome to today's video. I am going to do my everyday makeup because it seems to be a question that I've been getting quite a lot. It's really nothing fancy, but I have been doing it for a while and I personally really like it. It's not something I actually wear every day. I don't wear makeup every day, but it's something I wear when I need to look put together, but I'm not like going out or anything. I'm going to get started. I'm going to clip my hair back, which looks horrific. But let's get on with it. This isn't something I use every day. This is actually the first time I'm going to use it. It's a Clinique Moisture Surge moisturiser. I like to moisturise my face. Moisturise my face as much as possible. Really, I have really dehydrated skin. Also worth noting, my fake tan is awful today. It's fading. And I need to like get in the shower and actually use a fake tan remover to remove it all. Oh, also my nails are bad. I need to get them done tomorrow. I honestly think getting your nails done is one of the most boring tasks. This is just an eyeshadow primer. It's the Urban Decay one. It's my favourite. Actually, I haven't really tried that many other ones. I just think this one's good, so I haven't really felt the need to try other ones. Also, really annoyingly, my everyday palette is not available. But this is the Manny MUA palette. The Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette. I just love it. I've spoken about this palette before. I'm really sorry it's not currently available. I don't have a huge amount of redness in my eyes at the moment, so I'm actually not going to put down a base, like a base colour. I just primed and that kind of is enough. And then I'm going to use the middle shade from the palette. Maybe mixed a little bit with this top one, which I use a lot. And I'm going to use it really lightly, just kind of through the crease. In terms of like the order in which I apply stuff, I sometimes do my concealer before my eyeshadow, because I have quite a lot of like darkness in here and sometimes that's like hard to get back into. But for now I'm just gonna basically put down the bare minimum of my eyeshadow. I'm just gonna make sure that's all definitely buffed in. I just really like these kind of like peachier shades on my eyes because my eyes have like a hint of green in them. It makes that pop slightly more. We are going to come back to eyes probably quite soon. Now in terms of foundation, I feel like I haven't quite found the perfect foundation for my quite dehydrated skin. I quite like Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and I know not everyone does, but I personally do quite enjoy it. I really do like Armani Luminous Silk. Mine's quite grubby. I'm basically out of both of these, and this I think is quite expensive, so I would probably just buy True Match by L'Oreal because I love that. But today, because I'm quite fair, I'm hoping this is the right shade for me. I'm going to go with Nars Glow in Punjab, which should match my skin tone okay. Like I said, my fake tan isn't great today, so please bear that in mind. I'm just going to pour some out. I have got a pump for this somewhere, I'm just not sure where. And then I pretty much always use some sort of sponge. Quickly before I do that, I'm just going to apply a little bit of the Glossier concealer. But I have got liquid on the back of my hand, which I'm going to try and not let run. I just like to put this kind of on any redness. I really like this concealer. I don't think it's too heavy, but it does offer the coverage. I'm dropping things. Why do I always drop things? I really should get a table in front of me and not behind me. Basically, I like to apply this more so like in this area here, just because I feel like it's a nice creamy concealer for that. I don't know what's with the accents today. And I have of course dampened my sponge. That concealer just kind of to start the process. And then I'm going to go in with my Nars Sheer Glow. I'm in a funny mood, I think. Oh. I actually ordered this colour by accident, but it's my perfect colour. Last time I had one that was slightly darker. This is great for days where I don't really have any fake tan on, or very minimal fake tan at least. I obviously don't always start new sponges either, but I figured since it was a video and I haven't washed my brushes, I would make up with it, so I've at least got a brand new clean sponge. And I really like these Real Technique ones just because they're inexpensive. Before I move on to my concealer, I'm just going to go back into my eyeshadow palette. I'm not sure why I don't finish all my eye makeup first, but I know the reason why I go back in before I apply my concealer is just in case I get a little bit of fallout under my eyes. So I'm just using that middle colour again. So I've actually got no real colour on my eyelid. I used to, I don't really do this anymore. I used to use this colour on my eyelids quite a lot. And I am going to add a little bit of this colour here. Probably have names of Mars into my crease even. only a tiny bit, just to warm it up, but not really to like make it too much darker. And the concealer I have been using, which I like, but I like it just as much as I like my Nars creamy concealer, I think. I don't think I like it anymore, is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Concealer. I have it in light warm. I've got a few different colours, and I'm going to be like, I think the colour range just isn't great, because this is quite fair for a light, and then the medium is pretty damn dark. So I feel like they're missing like the perfect, you know, like custard from Nars, which is not universal by any means, but if you're quite light white, basically, that's what everyone uses. They're kind of missing that colour. Also, I realised I could precisely conceal way better than I do, but I just feel like it takes too much time. I like to just generally whack it on. I feel like someone's definitely going to criticise my concealer job. And again, I apply it with the same sponge. Also, I just remembered that I have this little palette here, which I think would work quite well to create a similar look to what I have now. Can you see like it's kind of similar tones, and this one isn't sold out. This is the Nudie Pick Deep Photo Edit Eyeshadow Trio from Smashbox, and I have been using that and I really like that. Then I'm going to just quickly add a tiny pop of colour onto my cheeks. This is the Bobbi Brown Pretty Powerful Hot Rouge in Pretty Powerful. I don't actually often use cream, but this just arrived and I do really like it. With this I feel like you need to pat rather than rub, because otherwise you can move the colour underneath, and then I like to go over to diffuse the colour with my beauty blender that I use to apply my foundation. There's just like a tiny pop of pink, which I really like. Then my powder choice for probably about a year now has been the Laura Mercier loose powder, which I apply with my favourite brush, which is this one from Real Techniques. It's like my #1 brush. I think I could do like most of my makeup with this one brush, because it's great for like highlight, it's great for powder. Which is probably it, but I just love it. If you came to it, I think you could apply your blush with it. I think you could probably even apply your contour, and I think maybe even like a bit of shadow. Don't do it if you don't need to, but I just think it's the best brush. So a little bit of powder like that, largely under my eyes and anywhere I applied the concealer. I don't go overly shiny, so it's not something I worry about too much. And then from my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, I really like this colour, and then I do use a touch of the lightest one as well. I just think this one kind of offers a tiny bit of coverage, but I don't think it's as finely milled as the Laura Mercier, so I don't apply too much of this. Then onto brows. I have been using for a while the Glossier Boy Brow with Delilah Brow Line. I really like that combo, but today I'm going to use Hourglass Brow Sculpting Pencil just because it's really quick and easy. And like I mentioned before, I always get my brows done at Benefit, which is where my mirror is from. And then I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Brow Volumizing Fibre Gel. Kind of like to push up and out basically with my brows. Like up and out. And then just brush it out with a spoolie to make sure there's no excess product, but there isn't really ever with this. Just like that. Just like that. My absolute favourite thing to do at the moment is apply shadow under my eyes. So I'm going to go back into this palette with the colours I've already used. I start with the middle colour of the palette. You kind of want to tap off as much before you start doing this, just because I've really like powdered under my eyes and stuff, so I need to be a bit careful. That's just that middle shade. It's nothing too dark, but then I do quite like to use the darker colour, like a red, on the outer corner. Then I'm going to go in and do eyeliner. I'm awful at doing eyeliner, so I'm not going to do it on camera. Okay, eyeliner applied. Like I said, I am not great at applying eyeliner. Please don't look too closely. Thank God my camera does not film 4K, but you can probably tell that the angles are all not correct. I use the Stila eyeliner. I can't see myself using anything else. Everything else transfers onto my eyelid, it moves around. If my eyes stream, which they do a lot if it's cold, it's just eyeliner everywhere. I've tried so many waterproof liners, nothing else compares. Recently, this is definitely a new thing to me, I've been layering up mascaras. I'm going to start with Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. And the one thing I would say about this mascara is that I think it will be better with time. At the moment it's a bit wet. When I come closer, I do feel like my camera is struggling to focus though the closer I'm getting. And I do quite enjoy applying mascara to my bottom lashes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. At the moment I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to apply a quick coat of the Bad Gal, and then I'm going to finish it with my Holy Grail Too Faced Better Than Sex. Onto my trusty fave. The really nice thing about the Benefit one, I feel like it's extra black. I feel like my videos are really noisy because we have, what do we have? Basically wooden windows because we can't legally change them because our house is old. We have wooden windows, so no double glazing, which in the UK is crazy. Which is why you can sometimes like hear stuff outside, because I can currently hear people speaking outside my house. I don't know why they're just chilling there speaking, but I can hear that, and that's why sometimes you can hear cars and stuff. My bedroom's around the front of the house, and that is where I film. Okay, onto my final few steps. I feel like we've been here for a while, but this usually doesn't take me too long. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzer Glow. My highlight is broken. Broke my heart when it happened. And I'm going to apply a bit of highlight on this like Spectrum C06 brush. I'm just not a highlight queen. I just like to apply a little bit here because I'm a little bit darker here, so I feel like it just looks quite nice. A little bit under my brow. And then sometimes I'll take a bit over my cheekbones, but that's optional for me massively. What isn't so optional is bronzer. I love bronzer. I must admit, like, once upon a time I used to change products all the time, and now I'm quite loyal to products, and I have been using this bronzer for the longest time. Quick side note, please leave me a comment down below because I want to do those. I tried to follow a someone tutorial. I'm thinking maybe Jamie Genevieve tutorial, or I tried to follow a Nikki tutorial, but let me know what you guys think. Those sort of videos are massive on YouTube at the moment and I really enjoy watching them, so I really want to partake. Back into my Film Star Bronze and Glow. I only use this if I'm at home since it is broken. I do not travel with it. Then I need a lip, but I must admit, like, lips for me is a massive, I don't know, it's like definitely a last thought. I don't ever plan what lipstick I'm going to wear. I basically just throw on any nude, and I guess that's just what I'll do now as well. I am going to go out, I'm going to curl my hair, and then I think I'm going to come back and show you my finished curled hair as well. The lipstick I'm going to go for today is Tom Ford, First Time. Really like this lip colour, I've had it for a while. It's a matte. But it is quite like an opaque lip colour. Also, quick note that I haven't really been using lip liner very much recently. Honestly, just because I've misplaced my two MAC lip colours that I really like. And then if I sometimes think that's a bit too dark, I'll go in with like a nude. This is Charlotte Tilbury. Literally just in the middle. I'm not sure that made that much difference, but in my head it did. So I'm going to curl my hair and I shall come back to show you my finished look. So I finished curling my hair and I've put in my hoop earrings, and that's pretty much the end of this makeup look. Oh, sorry, I've got a sweet in my mouth, that was a rookie mistake. I'll link to all the products I've used down below, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, what you'd like to see next, and what tutorial I should follow for that video that I mentioned earlier. But thank you all so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all soon. Bye!